Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 10th Emerging Growth Conference. And for the first time, Emerging Growth teams with Investors Hub, one of the top investing websites and apps providing streaming market data tools and over 30,000 message boards focused on public companies, cryptocurrencies, and more to provide the first Emerging Growth Investors Hub conference. I'm Anna Berry, and I'll be your host today. So just a few notes for those attending. This is a live continuous event. It begins now and runs until 4 p.m. Eastern time. So when we switch to the next company, you'll see a black screen for a brief moment, but don't go anywhere. It's just us moving over. And if you do experience some downtime for more than a minute or two, just refresh your browser and everything should work properly again. Now, our platform does work best on Google Chrome. So if you're watching from an Apple device, you have to hit the play button at the start of each session. So as always, we have an exciting list of companies and a wide range of growth sectors presenting to you today. And all of our previous conferences to come and our past conferences, they'll be uploaded to the Emerging Growth Conference YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe at youtube.com/Emerging Growth Conference. During each company's presentation, you can submit questions through the webinar module, and the presenters will attempt to address as many of those as possible at the end of their presentation. And one last note, after today's event at 3:15 Eastern Time, you'll be redirected to the registration page for the next conference. So be sure to stay on to reserve your spot early. So today, we have 10 companies presenting. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first. We have Net Savings Link Inc. It trades on the OTC Pink sheets under the symbol NSAV and is a cryptocurrency, blockchain, and digital asset technology company. Please welcome the director of NSAV, Yuen Wong, and the founder and CTO of VirtuaBroker, Daniel Garcia. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay,
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So what I would like to do is to introduce first VirtuaBroker. VirtuaBroker is a sustainable trading platform where you can consolidate all your accounts across different exchanges, manage your portfolios, use automations to help execute trades, search for the best prices in different exchanges, and track your CO2 footprint and offset it. We will go in detail on that. And there are a lot of more features to come, like manual trading from one single point to all your exchanges. So what I would like to do quickly is to share my screen and show you the platform. I would like to guide you through it. Okay, so this is the login page of VirtuaBroker. It is showing right now, yeah. So I'm going to quickly log in inside. And what can you do in VirtuaBroker? So the first thing that you can do in VirtuaBroker when you log in after you register is to see live prices on the different markets that we are having. We are getting prices in real time from different exchanges, and you can see how these prices are moving. And you can have a quick view, like if you want to look for Ethereum coins, and you can see also your favorite coins. You can have a list, and you can see the different prices across all the exchanges that we manage to see what are the current prices at the moment. And we can go and check from a graphical perspective how these prices have been moving along the time. Now, in the next weeks, instead of showing this screen, we are going to have direct access to manual trading. In this screen, you can have some couple of filters like change the price difference within the 24-hour change. Another thing that you can do is to have the aggregated view of your portfolios. In VirtuaBroker, when you connect your exchanges, and I'm going to show you how in a minute, you can see an aggregation of all your portfolios, meaning how much value you have in all your wallets. You can see this amount in Bitcoins, in dollars, and in euros. And you can see how your portfolio is going along the days. Also, you can have this view where you can see exchange by exchange how many coins do you have, so you don't have to go application by application checking how many coins do you have, and you can have an aggregated view of all your portfolio as well. Like if you want to know how many Doge coins you have across all your exchanges, you can do it from here. In order to make this working, you have to connect to your exchanges. Then this is the exchanges we are supporting at the moment. We are going to be adding more and more and more. Whenever you select an exchange, you have to create a name that is the reference that you're going to have in VirtuaBroker for this API key. You have to use the email that you use to log in into the exchange and set the different application, the different API key secret and fast phrase in Coinbase in order to connect. If you need some help connecting, you have here a little tutorial when it shows you the different steps that you can do to connect. I have to say that this information is saved, encrypted, and secure in our system, so nobody has access to it. And once you have your exchanges connected, as I say, you are ready to go, and you can see your portfolio running. Another feature that we have is the price search. Once you have the exchanges connected, even if you don't have them, you can see the best prices across all the different exchanges for a specific amount. In that case, I've done some conversions directly from the price search. This is the conversion history on different exchanges. We can see how much is like 1,200 euros. In Bitcoins, in different exchanges, like in Binance, you will get this amount. In Bitfinex, you will get this amount. In Kraken, you can get this amount. This is also changing in real time. So you can see what's the best price for you to buy. Then we show here your balance because we have the exchange connected. We can see the balance we have, and we could do directly the conversions from here. This is actually executing a market order directly in the exchange. And when you do, you will see the result in here. And you can see in your exchange that this order has been executed if you would like to verify. Also, we have some automations. We have some strategies based on artificial intelligence that are running 24/7, and they decide when to buy and sell for you. Then in order to know what's the performance of these strategies, we can take a look. We have some of these strategies. We have at the moment only live the coin acquisition, but we could select one strategy. We select the exchange we would like to use, to try, select some currency. And then when we test with one BNB, we see here what was the result of this backtesting. This is basically what this strategy would have done last week with this pair of coins. Then what we see here is like the automation. We have done 43 trades, 24 buy orders. It was closing 19, and it's still 5 orders after the backtesting finished at this point of time. And this is the result of the backtesting. We can see that from the sold operations, the 19 operations here, they gave a profitability of 4.29%. And what it's missing to sold, it has a negative held value of 0.46. You can see here as well the different buys and sells orders that the automation will have performed for you. Then if we are happy with that, we can go to the automatic trading. Here you have a view of all the automations running. In the next week, we're going to have here a graph where you can see day by day all the different aggregated profits. In the free versions, we can launch 2 trading bots with connected to your API keys in your exchange. That means that they are trading for real, and 2 simulation bots. And in the paid version, we can have 5 and 5. Then there is a list of all the different tests that I'm doing. Some of them is paper trading. Some of them are for real, using the API keys from my exchanges. You can see when the automation was started and the different profits that they had. And we can go into detail to want to see what this bot has been doing while we were sleeping, basically. So what we see here, this is the graph of the different profits. This bot has done so far almost 10% of profit. I set a wallet limit of 0.1 Ethereum. This is the total trading volume that this automation has done. It has been buying and selling for the value of 3,749 lumens using my Binance account. The current balance of the bot, this is showing you how much lumens you have and how much Ether. And you see here as well the different transactions that the automation has been doing. Again, you can go to your exchange and see how this happened. And if you have push notification, I get sometimes from Bitfinex and all of this that's giving you live notifications, is constantly telling me when this is buying and selling. We can here have the chart as well to see how the prices are moving, and we see some arrows when it's buying and selling. As well, as I said, you have some subscription plan. If you would like to, when you register, you have two simulation bots and two real bots. And if you upgrade the subscription, you will have 5 and 5. And the volumes also are going to be higher. Another really cool feature that we recently introduced is the sustainable trading. The sustainable trading is powered by Nosama, and we were thinking ways to be really different from our competitors and really make the difference. Regarding taking into account everything that is happening at the moment, Elon Musk saying that they want to accept Bitcoins again, where the miners are being more green. We were thinking, what can we do? Let's try find ways to help the environment and get revenue for that. So we partnered with Nosama and we created the sustainability trading dashboard, where you can see what's the CO2 of the trades that are being generated. These trades are calculated off-chain. We are going to be adding on-chain as well soon to measure the different transfers between wallets. In my case, my impact was 7.91 kilograms of CO2, which its value would be for 43 cents. And I already offsetted doing some testing because I want to help the environment, $190, and that means that I have environmental credit. So I'm green in that sense. You can see here as well what are the different transactions that have been done. We divided it in proof of work and proof of stake and other type of validations. And you see what's the impact of your tradings. And you can see here, if you want more information as well, what the sustainability trading means and what are our partners to do the offsetting. When we have the manual trading in the next couple of weeks, you are going to see that even though you do tradings in Coinbase, you will be able to do this offsetting as well. So we are becoming the first trading platform getting revenue of being green and being able to offset everybody else trades. So at the moment, the VirtuaBroker platform is getting revenues by the subscriptions and by the offsetting. And in the future, we are going to have other type of revenues that I cannot disclose at the moment because we are working on that. So that's it so far. If you have any questions, you can send emails to info@virtuabroker.com. We are going to be posting our news and we are going to be releasing more features. I hope see all of you there. And it was a really nice, it's really nice to be here. And now I'm going to stop the presentation and I'm going to let Yuen continue. Thank you.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So
there's, I think we can have some Q&A sessions, if I'm not mistaken. Apologize, Yuen.
Yes.
So
yeah, Yuen, do you have a presentation as well? Because we can usually do the questions at the end.
Okay. No, well, the presentation was this.
Okay. Then let's get into the questions. So we do have quite a few questions. Let's see. So talk a little bit about how you see the blockchain. How will it play out with the economy in general?
Well, I guess the blockchain is the future, and we are going to see a lot of applications and systems that are already using it as a way of exchanging money and having a really big impact in the current economy. I think it's early for a lot of people, meaning that they have to get used to use this technology. But little by little, everybody's talking about blockchain. Even when I'm going to have my hair done, the groceries, everybody at some point talks about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and people want to know more. They would like to get information for sure. And I think that a lot of businesses are going to be adding blockchain and cryptocurrency in the day-to-day operations.
What about the threat of crypto by governments and banks? How do you feel about that?
So crypto with governments and banks, this is having a decentralized technology means that they don't have the control. That I guess it's a threat for them, but it's the evolution. So I don't think that eventually they are going to, even if they want to stop it, it's going to be really, really difficult, and they will have to adapt to the new times to come.
So how are you going to get more exposure for VirtuaBroker, and what are your marketing plans?
We are creating a referral program. At the moment, it's going to be ready in a couple of weeks as well. And beside this referral program, which is going to be aggressive, we are contacting influencers, and we are going to have ads, and we are going to be making videos and contacting influential people to spread the voice and do typical marketing campaigns as well in social media.
And is VirtuaBroker only for currencies and cryptocurrencies, or will you expand to allow for equities, mutual funds, other ways?
At the moment, it's only for cryptocurrencies, but the engine we have developed, with all the technology, by the way, is done by us. It can handle other types of markets like fiat. It's prepared. So at the moment, we want to focus on cryptos because also there is a DeFi market that is there to explore. Obviously, we are working on that. We are going to be showing cool features regarding this. And I think there is a lot to do in the crypto market. So at the moment, we are going to be focusing on that.
And are there other consolidation type platforms out there? And if so, what are the advantages of yours over theirs?
There is other platforms, obviously, different advantages. So basically, we are doing, for instance, the sustainability trading. Nobody else is doing that. We are going to be getting into the DeFi as well. We are having automations. We are going to be also getting feedback from our community, and we are going to be building features based on the feedback that we are getting as well.
And is your security equal to that of a single broker like Coinbase?
We have our data securely encrypted. So yes, we are asking our users to use two-factor authentication to get into the platform. That secures that if for any reason you leave your account opened and you leave, the session is going to be outdated soon, and without the two-factor authentication, you cannot do almost anything.
So do you guys have any plans to add? Do you have plans to add additional services like mining pools or your own fund that people can invest in?
We are going to be adding a lot of services, a lot of them based on DeFi. So yeah, we are going to be having many cool features soon that I don't want to disclose because we are going to be one of the first ones in the market to do that. But you will have the information soon.
What about any updates on the mobile app that's going to be released in June?
We are working on that. Probably we are going to be a little bit behind because we were doing the sustainable trading dashboard, but we are working on that, and we will have a mobile application.
This is a question for Mr. Wong. Can you disclose how many users VB has to date?
Yep. So maybe I'll do some introduction on myself here.
Okay.
So basically, I'm the director of Nsav, obviously. I think a lot of you know that already. But I also have other positions. So I'm also the CEO of a labs group. So we do digitization on real estate. So we call ourselves the digitized real estate investment ecosystem. Yep. So, and we have we do also on NFT on resorts and hotel to make real estate investment and enjoyment possible for everyone. And also since 2017, I have also been the managing partner of a BitSmart exchange, one of the top 20 crypto exchange. So it is interesting to hear, what Daniel has presented. Certainly, as a director of Insaf, we are lucky to have VirtuaBroker with us. Daniel presenting and all this certainly looks like a great platform. So I would like to make the introduction, and hopefully that one day BitMart and also VirtuaBroker can work together. Like what I said, since 2017. I have been in the blockchain industry, starting with BitMart all along the way, and I actually see how they, grow to be one of the top 20 exchanges. So certainly, there's a lot of areas we could work together with VirtuaBroker. And on the other hand, as someone who knows, I think I know quite a bit on blockchain. So I'm also going to help, Insaf trying to, make a good investment. In fact, I act as the strategic advisor for Insaf as well. So I'm very happy, I play a small part in having a VirtuaBroker with us, I would also, advise them in other areas, all things crypto, all things blockchain. I want to make Insaf a really successful, crypto investing company, digital currency, blockchain, what have you. Together we'll make it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So we do have a little more time and a little more questions. So talk a little bit about, the question was, can you disclose how many users the VB has to date?
I think, Daniel, that's more for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have around 1,700 free users and 200, a bit more than 200 paid users.
Okay. And so is there a plan for a share buyback or a share cancellation for Nsav?
Well, what we did, we arranged some shareholding agreements. Yeah, I don't know, you want to talk about that, Yuen?
Yeah, I think that please wait for the official statement. I think everything will be addressed accordingly. Yeah. So please wait for the good news. Yeah.
Okay. We do have viewers saying it's great to see Nsav being represented by two pioneers in the blockchain digital asset arena. Congrats. I think I speak. This is the person for everyone. They're extremely excited about the future. So can you comment about a possible acquisition of a crypto exchange?
I think that one, again, I'm so sorry. We have to wait for the, the CEO to make the official announcement because everything is in negotiation. I don't think this is the right platform to share on this right now. Yeah. But certainly I myself have a lot of connection in the exchange industry, given my background and all this. I'll certainly play my part in trying to make things happen. Yeah.
A question for Yuen is, can you describe your role going forward with Nsav?
Yep. Like what I said, you mentioned about a blockchain pioneer, right? I think I would consider myself as one. Yep. So because like for Labs Group, we introduce a very innovative and groundbreaking concept that we actually fractionalize and entire resorts by NFT, using NFT, and we are going to conduct an auction on those NFT, and each of them represents a profit share, staying rights, and other incentive on this. So this is something really groundbreaking. So likewise, we have been discussing on this deal with some of the key person in Insaf. So hopefully there's some really a breakthrough in some collaborative partnership here. So on the other hand, because I'm a managing partner in BitMart, I've come across a lot of blockchain projects. So I certainly can share a lot of insights in this area. Like we know what makes or breaks a blockchain project, how to design, good tokenomics, what to look out for, how to make important milestones and basically make the project work for everyone. Yeah. So the part I'm playing for Insaf, not only to provide, good guidance, I want to provide insight and guide them, on what's good and what to avoid, so that it protects all the interests of Insaf shareholders. Yeah. So hopefully, together, we make a lot of good, investment and acquisitions and all this. Yeah. That will be my mission and my, delights and all this. Yeah.
So does VirtuaBroker have revenue sharing in place with Insav?
No, VirtuaBroker has its own company. So at the moment we are not doing it because we are starting, but we'll talk about that.
Regarding Insav, what is the competitive advantage? What's your mission? Is this in Asia, US? Is it global? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think when it comes to blockchain, that it should be borderless. There should be openness, transparency, a lot of collaboration, and in making things work. So I don't think there should be a border. Of course, we know that there's some banning actions happening in China that created the big market, negative settlements and all this. But like what Daniel has shared earlier, there's no way to shut blockchain down. There's no way to stop cryptocurrency. We can see a lot of big corporations, Tesla, what have you, JP Morgan, and the other day I just had some executive directors visiting me, and they are from Morgan Stanley. Every big institutions know that this is an area to really focus on. So there's no border, and why without borders? And why should we limit ourselves, right? So definitely, Insaf is a global thing, right? We want to move globally, even on the investment, acquisition, and everything. It just have to be borderless here. So unless they can shut down internet, if not, blockchain, cryptocurrency is here to stay.
Thank you for that. So is another question from a viewer, is the only way to invest in VirtuaBroker through Insaf?
At the moment, yes. We are not having any new open. So yeah, at the moment, yes.
Okay. And is Insaf going to acquire a stake in Bitmark or some other crypto exchange?
Certainly, there have been some discussion that Insaf is going to invest in some exchanges. Yeah. But again, please forgive me. I can't share too much here. Please wait for the official statement from the CEO. Yeah, my role is to provide strategic advice, strategic insights, and make good suggestions. Yeah.
Does Insaf officially own 10% or 30% stake in VirtuaBroker?
So officially is 10%, but we have agreements to execute the remaining 20%.
Okay. Someone's asking why you can't trade your stock on Ameritrade.
On Ameritrade?
Yes.
Well, as at the moment, VirtuaBroker is letting you connect to different exchanges. The exchanges that we have at the moment are the ones that we support, we are going to be keep adding more and more, but VirtuaBroker needs to be connected at the moment, and I say at the moment, to one exchange in order to do your trades.
And is SBC conducting a reverse merger with Insaf?
I think that directed to SBC personnel that is directly in charge of this. Yeah. So again, please pardon us. Please wait for the official statements. Yeah.
All right.
But maybe one thing I could contribute is maybe hopefully one day I get the chance to work with Daniel. Maybe we can introduce some token play on VirtuaBroker. Likewise, I think you guys have heard that Insaf is trying to introduce some tokens. Certainly, I think I can really contribute and advise on the tokenomics and how to do the right marketing and all this. Yeah.
We have a question regarding paying users. What do you expect revenue from them to be for the remainder of 2021 and 2022?
We expect to have more than 10,000 users at the end of the year, and that has to be growing exponentially.
We have a few questions about the future. Would one or both of you like to talk? How do you see this company a year or two from now?
If it's VirtuaBroker, we are going to be adding a lot of different services. As I said, we are into DeFi as well. So we are going to be adding more and more and more features, adding mobile applications, and we are going to be moving as well with what the user wants, need, and we want to be pioneers in a lot of the features and take advantage of the blockchain possibilities and smart contracts. So the platform is going to evolve. We have a roadmap. Part of the roadmap is on the website. Other part of the roadmap is not disclosed for the reasons that we don't want our competitors to copy what we are doing. So we are going to be releasing these features as they are completed. But yeah, there is a big roadmap and there are a lot of things to do in VirtuaBroker. So, and I hope all the users enjoy what we release.
Yes. Can you talk a little bit about the update on the token that Insaf is currently developing?
Yeah, we are studying the tokenomics carefully and the right legality issues, like how to make it fully compliant. We're doing some of the legal work right now, and of course we want to make it as attractive as possible for our backers and all this. Yeah, so. Quite soon, you will be seeing the some of the details being published and all this. Yep, thank you.
Can you comment on the virtual asset management acquisition?
Sorry again. Please wait for the official statement. Yeah.
All right.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interest.
Yeah.
Talk about
because
yes.
Insaf being a public company. We just have to be careful on what we say on a public, platform and all this, yeah, in order to be responsible to all the backers. Yeah, thank you.
What synergies do you see between the different acquisitions of Insaf?
Yeah, so we look at the whole industry. Blockchain industry is just like the e-commerce days, right? Certainly, despite that we have the up and downs in market and all this. Blockchain is here to stay. There's no doubt. So what have we? The exchanges, be it centralized or decentralized, and all the solutions supporting the exchange business and all this. And then we have the decentralized finance. We have the NFT. So basically, Insaf would like to have a small ecosystem play, in all these areas here, because all this combined to represent the future of blockchain and cryptocurrency. So we definitely believe in this. So we will look at all areas and how to form, a good representation of the entire blockchain industry. And that's why we start off with VirtuaBroker. We are lucky to have met them. This is just the first step. And of course, like what I said, we'll move into other areas as well. In fact, there might be, a chance for the Insaf to play a part in real estate tokenization and digitization. Yeah. So as you know, I'm the CEO of our labs group. So maybe in that area, there might be something positive coming out of this. Yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Wong, can you talk about your team? Comment about their expertise.
Yep. So like what I said, I started getting involved in exchange platform since 2017. So with BitMart, because I'm in charge of partnerships and collaborations. So I do know a lot of blockchain projects and what makes or break blockchain projects. So we build our team, not only they have the knowledge in setting up all the blockchain solutions, right? So including managing the tokens, managing the for example, DeFi solution. So we are creating a collateralized lending platform for our real estate tokens. We also know that being in again, I'm switching my hat. Yep, being the labs group representative, right? We know that trying to tokenize real estate and have it represented by NFTs. We also need to talk to the traditional property world. So we try to have a hybrid team. Not only we need to have the blockchain tech people, we also need someone who understand, how to talk a simple language with the traditional property people. So we have tech people, we have BD, we have marketing. Ultimately, we have to sell the ideas to the very traditional real estate people. Yeah. So again, there's not only one skill that can make or break a blockchain project. It has to be comprehensive. So I switched back on my hat to Insaf. So basically, when we look at the team, right, we have to be like a virtual broker, right? They understand DeFi, they understand how to build a solution, they understand the needs of the users and all this. So we look at the whole team comprehensively, yeah. And only as a package, right, then success is guaranteed, yeah.
Can you explain James Tilton's role with Nsav?
Of course, he's the CEO, right? He's supposed to, make the final call on the strategic directions and all this. He is, of course, the leader to propel Insaf forward and all this. And my role is, to provide, good insights, good advice to him so that he can make the correct decision, especially in the field of blockchain. But just my effort alone is not enough, and that's why we have Daniel here, and that's why we have SBC here, to provide all the good advice on the financial structure, financial strategy, and all those strategic directions, and how to move forward as a team together. So James, obviously, being the OIC on this, he's supposed to have the helicopter view, and then we can move forward as a team, yeah.
What about the role of Peter Chung of SBC?
Yep, we all know from the website that, he's the financial guru, right? Yeah, he's the engineer, he's the architect, right? So we need him, using his network and influence, to pull all the strings, so that we can run it like an oil machine, because although you said that I can be considered like one of the blockchain pioneer, right? Doesn't mean that I know the financial game. I know how to exercise, good financial strategies, right? But Peter is the guy. Peter is the financial architect, yeah.
Is the Riper project still with Insaf?
Yep. We are still in discussion, but unfortunately, I'm not the one that is leading this discussion. But like what I said, we definitely want to look at all areas of blockchain, right? We want to look at centralized operation in a way, although I know it's a blockchain world, right? But still, we still need to have some centralized play like exchange, right? But of course, we have the decentralized exchanges. And we also want to look at areas like NFT. We also want to look at areas like decentralized finance. We want to look at, collateralized lending, synthetic assets, and all this. Yeah, because that's the whole package for blockchain. Yeah.
Can you explain what Silver Bear's role is?
Yeah, like what I said, we provide the financial network. We give financial strategic advice. We get the resources to make acquisition work. Do the right study. Feasibility study. Look advice on the team. Whether it's a good team to invest in and all this. Yeah.
To Mr. Garcia, what's your marketing strategy to gain market share going forward? How are you going to be promoting VB and its services?
Well, I think I commented a little bit about that before. We are going to release a referral program that is going to be aggressive. And we are going to be also contacting influencers and creating advertisements and go to social media, and also executing traditional marketing plans as well.
Great. For Mr. Wong, when can shareholders expect revenues to begin from your acquisitions? And can you explain what time frame does Insaf expect to be able to complete its vision for its company structure with acquisitions, SBC, and other aspects?
Yeah, again, I'm here to provide strategic advice on all things blockchain. But I know that, with the first acquisition on VirtuaBroker, revenue targets is not too far from us, because we know that they have a live platform and will start to generate, revenues and all this. And of course, Insaf is one of the stakeholders, right? Yeah. So, like what I said, looking at different acquisition targets and all this. So all this combined would will provide, Insaf with revenue streams and all this. Yeah.
And will Insaf uplist to NASDAQ in the future?
Of course, that's one of the goals. I think James has stated that openly on his Twitter and all this. Yeah. So definitely that's the way we want to move forward. Yeah.
And a viewer is asking for you to talk a little bit about the DTC issue. Are you DTC eligible, and will you be in the future if you're not now?
I'm so sorry. I have no idea on the DTC stuff because I'm not directly in charge of that. Apology. Yeah.
It's okay. Can you describe what's going to happen after the end of the consulting contract between SBC and Insaf?
Yep. So obviously SBC is in this, for a long play, right? We definitely want to, see that Insaf is on the right footing, before anything would change. Yeah. So I think we're still early to say, we have just started. Yeah. So the end is too far to think about on that too early. Yeah. So let's focus on what we have on hand, make the right acquisition, practice good financial strategies, pool our resources and network and knowledge together. Yeah. That's what we should focus right now.
Can you talk a little bit about the Insaf's revenue model if there is no revenue share with VirtuaBroker?
I think in a way, Insaf is like a spec, right? That investment holding companies that make strategic investment. Like, as you know, it's like a investment company that when you make acquisition and they perform well, Insaf will perform well. Yeah, I think that's rather straightforward.
Talk about you're going to have a reverse split anytime soon?
Yep, I think that, again, James has mentioned that on Twitter. I think it's better to follow exactly what he said. Yeah, I don't want to be, making the giving the wrong words, and that that might be a big hoo-ha, yeah.
And Pete, remember, viewers are always coming on to this conference, so some of the questions might be redundant, but a lot of questions about revenue. So talk a little bit more about the timeline to see revenue of Insaf and expected revenue streams coming in.
I think that has been mentioned just now. Yeah. So like what I said, the first acquisition target, VirtuaBroker, in fact, already, Insaf is already a part owner of VirtuaBroker. And you can see the platform demonstration just now, right? They are ready to create revenue. In fact, I think as we speak, it should be creating revenue already. So please, be patient, because like what they say, right? Rome is not built in one day. Yeah.
Yeah, we just launched it. It will come.
Yeah.
Are you going to add more directors to Insaf?
I think the plan right now, we should have enough, resources to propel Insaf forward. Yeah. But ultimately, the director appointments, right, is not my area, right? Even I myself am being appointed, by my boss, right, James, right? So it's his decision, not mine. And I think that he's a very wise man. He will look at the whole requirements, whether we need more or less, right? Yeah. So he's the boss. He makes the call. Yeah.
We've talked about this before, but another question about your token. When are you rolling out your token, and how are you going to be doing that?
Yeah. So like what I said, from last I know, we are trying to work out on all the legal compliance issues. Yeah. Because we just have to be careful, because honestly speaking, for my own project labs group, it's much easier because we are a private company. But then Insaf, everyone knows that it's a public company. We have to be careful, right? That's why legal compliance is of utmost importance here. And that's why a lot of things I can't really disclose right now, being a public company, yeah. But ask me anything on Labs Group, I'm happy to share everything, because we are a company, yeah. So, yeah, please pardon me, yeah.
It's okay. So another question is, will VirtuaBroker support the Stux token Insaf will be producing, STUX?
We are talking about that. So as I said as well, we are planning to release a lot of different features. We will see.
Okay. We have a few questions about ride hails. Can you give us some updates on ride hails?
I'm sorry, I have I don't have information on that yet.
Okay. Would you guys like to talk at all to close? Maybe some people might be joining us now. Just give us a quick overview and close it out. And then you've done a great job. Lots of questions. Thank you for your time. So final words.
From me first? Okay, yeah. Like what I said, blockchain, cryptocurrency, or what we call the digital currency is definitely the future. So just remember the days, right, of internet and e-commerce. Initially, there was a big bubble, and then the bubble burst. There was the bubble burst, and then the market, consolidated again, and then a few big players came out, right? So what have we? The Amazon, the eBay, and the Alibaba and all this, right? So let's have patience here. I think certainly we are going to see quite a number of unicorns coming out from the blockchain industry. So like what I said, although there's a lot of things I can't provide exact information that the users ask, right? Because my role is to provide advice on blockchain, advice on cryptocurrency and all this. So my role is to help Insaf to identify the right target and go for it, and how to invest in all these potential unicorns and all this. Yeah. So just imagine, if we are able to get, even just one, Insaf will be performing in a very fantastic way, right? Just like the way Yahoo on its own couldn't really survive by itself, but it made the very fantastic move in the Alibaba investments, right? So that's the same thing for Insaf. We need to identify the right targets. Yeah, and I'm quite sure that VirtuaBroker is already a very, very good start. Yeah.
Yeah, from my side, as I said before as well, I think blockchain is here to stay. And there are going to be a lot of different technologies built on that. And we want to be pioneers building a lot of this technology. We are developing all unit crypto platform. The example is we are doing things that nobody has done until now, like the sustainable trading of setting the CO2 for your trades. And we are going to be adding more and more and more features. And we are having a lot of research in what we can do, what we can add to our roadmap to be pioneers and be the first and have a community growing that trust us and be there in the market for many years.
Fantastic. Well, Daniel and Yuen, thank you so much for this great presentation. It's obvious a lot of people are excited for your updates and announcements coming soon. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Yep. Thanks to everyone. Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys. Okay, everyone. Remember, you're going to experience a black screen for just a brief moment as we move to our next presenter, but stay with us because we're coming right back.